Oh, that is not. There we go. We're already, 60 seconds in. Technical difficulties. Not really. What's up? Party's getting started. Good evening. Hope you're all doing well. I don't have anything live here to show you on the feed. That's the dog who wanted to get into my office, now wants to get out of the office. I don't know if that even picked up on the microphone, but anyways, here's our draft board. Brand new format here. We've got our chat over on the left where the team assignments would normally be. We have a draft clock up in the top left corner there. And then our board here, we have our tier 1 pick, tier 2 picks, tier 3 picks. Just ignore that participant is me and Dodgers. That's just an example so you can see how it would work. On the right, we have tier 1 and tier 2 showing, and then I can copy and paste tier 3, maybe right below it now that I'm thinking about it. Let me pull up my sheet here on my end. I was going to just copy and paste them in after we got rid of tier 1, but it might be more convenient if we cut that. Can we paste it in here? I'm not the best at my spreadsheet stuff, but yeah, there we go. All right, cool. All right, so let me clear out this and this and this. And we're going to start with the randomizer because we need to get our spots. So on the left, spots in the order they were purchased. I closed it out there with the last 4 spots, which is fine. I know this was a pricey break and it's a brand new format, so trying something new. New things are scary, right? But I think this is going to work well, and hopefully we can keep doing it. So there's our participants there. We got the description all set. We're going to roll the dice. 4 or less will be a reroll. We got 5. We'll start it up. Begin the giveaway. 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. This is what our draft order is going to look like. So I am going to put this here down into the bottom of our spreadsheet. So we have me. Fix my mic here as I do this. And then Kyle. And then Chris. And me, and then Noah. Chris. Scott. Whoops. Me. And then Heather. All right, so those are the participants. So it's going to go, that's going to be the order for round 1. And then when we get into our tier 2 picks, it's just going to go opposite order. We're going to flip it. So Heather will get last pick of tier 1 and then first pick of tier 2, just like a normal, fantasy draft or whatever. So we're going to start with me, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of go slow with it here as we start so I can just kind of give everybody an idea of how it all works without rushing through it. So we're going to start the timer here. And there you go. So you're going to have 45 seconds to make your pick if you're live. If you're not live, I've got your submitted draft order. And if you didn't do that, I've got the default ones, just like a fantasy football draft. So I'll be checking those if you're not here live to make your picks in the chat. But right now, I am here live to make my picks in the chat. And I'm a Dodgers fan. So my first pick is going to be the Dodgers. So I would pause the timer there. And then I'm going to type in Dodgers. And I'm going to delete them from the tier list. And then pick 2 gets started. Which, how about that? Look at that. It's me. So with that, I'm going to take the White Sox because I'm just trying to be logical. There we go. And then pick 3 is going to be Kyle. So I'm going to reset. We're going to start it up. And Kyle, if you are here, feel free to shout and let me know what you want next. If you don't show up, then I'm going to go with your tier list, which right now, if I click over to that, you have Dodgers, White Sox, and then Yankees. So I'll give you the Yankees. Yeah, I bet, Noah. I bet that was an anxiety trip for you. Red Sox. All right, cool. Let me stop the clock, and we'll punch that in. Very good. Next up is Swatters. Swatters, go for it. You are on the clock. Yankees on the board would be the first choice if you're not trying to throw us a curveball, but we still have the Brewers and the Pirates up there. Royals looking good. Let me know if you're here. If not, I'm going to give you the Yanks. Hopefully you don't hate me for it. In the future, maybe I'll throw a camera here up on my beautiful face or something just to give you guys some more interaction as to something to look at. But maybe I could find something prettier. A nice nature scene or something. Live stream of my porch. All right, I'm going to take it that Swatters is at dinner with the family or something like that, and we're going to give him the Yankees. Let's put that in. After that, it's ya boy. Now I have to decide, do I want to chase Mizorowski or Connor Griffin? That's. I'm gonna take the Pirates. You're right, he does. Let me check his drafts here. That's what I really should have done that, and I wasn't thinking. So he has Dodgers, White Sox, Cardinals. Thank you, Noah. Good call. And then he had Red Sox, Royals. So that was actually, you just saved the day for me. I'm going to have to throw a little single in your file or something like that. Swatters would have been mad. All right, hold on. Let me flip that over then. So we got Cardinals. I'm still going to take the Pirates. Noah, you're on the clock. I'm going to start it up. There you go. Get the Cardinals off the board and put the Yankees back on. All right. After Noah, it's going to go back to Swatters, so I better go over to his checklist and see what his plan is here. All right, so Noah's going to take the Yankees, and then Swatters would have wanted the Red Sox, but they're taken, and then next up he has Kansas City. So we'll punch both those in here. That takes us down to Scott. Scott, I don't know if you're here with us live, but I'll give you the 45 seconds on the clock. I think, Scott, you're the only one who I didn't get a personalized draft order from. So hopefully you're here. But if not, then I believe it would be Milwaukee next up on the default. There we go. 22 seconds. Maybe I can make this timer in the future start to like flash red or something, you know, as it gets down to it more. All right, so Scott is going to be hunting for Mizorowski. Let's restart. Mizorowski and the Brew Crew. That brings me up. I can take the Tigers or the Braves. You know what? I'm going to let Heather pick, and then Heather, I'll take the last one. How about that? That's what I'd rather do anyway. So let me get the Brewers off of here. Heather, I'm going to start you up now. So first, I'm going to have you choose between the Tigers or the Braves. And then I'm going to take the other team. And then we snake back the other way. So it's going to reverse back to you. You're going to get first pick of tier 2 right after you pick between Tigers and Braves. So keep that in mind as you're looking that over. Hopefully you're here with us live. I know you were looking forward to it. So yeah. Otherwise, I can just go look at your personalized draft order here because I know you filled it out and we double checked that it came in, and it did. Nice and clean. So let's see. I'll check on the tier 1. Looks like Tigers, she has second to last. Braves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. So I'm going to say she's going with the Braves. She has the Braves 5th on her checklist. All right. Let's get that in here. Yeah, I hear you, dog. Braves, and I will take the Tigers. All right, I'm going to let the dog out of the office. Go be free. They can't make their mind up. Now I close the door, he's going to want to come back in. Yeah, and there he is. Okay. We're going to restart it up. Going to take the Tigers and the Braves off. And I'm going to let Heather show up potentially during this time. But if she doesn't, I will take a look at what she has for tier 2. And unfortunately for Noah, he's not going to be getting the Cubs. Hey, Heather, what's going on? Glad you're here. I think you're going to be taking the Cubs here. Let me know if you've changed your mind, but that's what I see for your preference that you submitted. All right, with that, the clock has rung out. I'm going to just type them in here. Yep, cool. Cubs it is. And then it comes back to me. Let's see. Do I want to hunt for Sale Stewart? Trey Yesavage? Ooh, boy. All right, I'll go with the Reds. I'll just go with the default. It'd be weird if I didn't follow my own order, right? And with that, it's going to go to Scott. So, Scott, I'm going to start you up. I know you weren't here live for the last one, but I'll let it run for now as I catch things up here. If you don't show up, I'm going to be giving you the Athletics. Yeah, the PCA buybacks. Man, what a story that's becoming. Poor Ohtani. All right, 15 seconds left on the clock here for Scott. If Scott doesn't show up, then I'm going to put him on autopilot after this second pick for the third pick. Oh, there you are, Scott. Cool. Baltimore. Glad to have you here. Let's pause it. Get that punched in. Orioles. Sweet. Get them off the board. Next up, we've got Swatters. We'll start the clock up. And there we go. Let's go look over his choices. Flip a page or two here in my sheet. Back to page 1, tier 2. Blue Jays. He's got them number 1 in his tier 2 ranking, so that worked out pretty well for him, especially since I almost took Yesavage. I almost took him. Took the Reds. We'll see who was right and who was wrong. Let me get that fixed in here. I also see I forgot the Iron Tigers. And I'm putting Blue Jays in. You've got 5 seconds to tell me I'm wrong. Next up is Noah. And away we go. Athletics are still hanging out up there. Mets and Carson Bench hanging out there. I'm going to go over to the spreadsheet. Have that as the backup ready just in case. Got Phillies and Crawford, Justin Crawford there. Which I believe is what you... Cubs, Orioles, Phillies. Yes, I got you as Phillies as the default. Going with the Mets, a little shift. I don't hate it at all. Let me get that up here. And then it's up to me. Going with the Mets. What do I want here? I'm going to go with Cleveland Guardians. They do well here in the Northeast card show, so I wouldn't mind hitting a Jose Ramirez here tonight. After that, we've got Swatters up, who I believe is not here. So I will start off the clock just in case he shows up. But if he doesn't, let me look up what we have on his tier list here. Tier 2, Blue Jays gone, Reds gone. He has the Athletics next, and then Mets, and then Cubs. So let's get the Athletics ready here. I'm going to get those punched in. All right, 15 seconds here. Swatters, if you want to barge in and tell me, wait, I've changed my mind. I want to pick a different team. 8 seconds left, and then we're going to go to Kyle. Kyle with Mariners, Angels, or Phillies left to hunt. Let's start it up. 45 seconds on the clock there. Now, I've got Mariners, but this is just a total coin flip on what you want, kind of, with these ones, you know? Yeah, I think it was like a personal attack on you, I heard, Noah. Something about that. I have Astros rank 30th in my own personal mind ranking, so don't worry. Phillies it is. All right, let's get Phillies off the board. And then it comes back to me to take the Angels and the Mariners. Angels, Mariners. Angels, Mariners. Okay, and then for round 3, we're just randomizing a complete new randomization here. So let me bring that back up onto the board for randoms. And we're going to start a new giveaway for round 3. Round 3. Let's get our names in. All right, 4 or less, we'll re-roll it. 8. Start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There's our order. There's the code if you want that. But we will have... I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to put the new order in now. First up is Swatters. Then me 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to skip those. Why write my name 3 times? Kyle. Swatters. Me. Noah. Heather Scott. Okay. I'm going to throw me in this one. And that's how it will look. So first up is Swatters. Swatters, I'm going to guess, isn't here, so I'm just going to pick for him. Let's see. What do we got on his rankings? If I have to take the Trout auto, I will. That's fine. Swatters for round 3. Tier 3 here, we have the Astros. Big bummer for me. Guess I can't get my Astros. All right, here we go. Astros. Whoops, that's the wrong column. We want to be up here. And then after that, I get my pick of the litter here 3 times over, huh? What do I like? I'm certainly not going to chase the Padres. I can tell you that. Never will. I will say San Francisco. I'm going to take San Francisco, even though it's almost as rough as taking the Padres. And then I'm going to go with, I think I'm just going to follow my own rankings, Rays and Nationals. This doesn't make sense, though, because I'm putting them in with the wrong name, so I should put these down here, actually, right? We'll do this. See, this is the little hiccups that I just got to get wrinkled out after our first time trying this, but I'll get the hang of it a little bit better, you know? All right, so that leaves me with the Rays and the Nationals. And then it's up to Kyle for the next pick. Let's get these off. Let's start the timer. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to click here. Right click. All right, there we go. And Kyle's on the clock. Yeah, really wish I could have squeezed in the first pick there that round, but got sniped. Oh yeah, I got a whole closet of L2As and George Springers and stuff, you know. Let's see what would be next. Next will be the Rangers. So I'm going to get that in for Kyle here. Kyle, if you want to hop in and tell me something different, go ahead. Padres? Yep, you got it. Padres. All right. And then that takes us back to Swatters. So let me go see what his checklist has. Astros, Giants, Rays, Nationals, Rangers. So he's going to get the Rangers, and then it goes back to me. I suppose I'll take the Diamondbacks. Noah, it's up to you for the last 3 on the to pick for your team, your dodgeball squad in gym class. It's down to the Marlins, the Rockies, and the Twins. What do you think? I know it's a tough choice when you get to this point, right? I got you at Marlins. Let me know if that's wrong, but I believe that's what I have for you. I wish. Third New York team would have been good. You got it. And then that leaves it up to Heather. Heather, go ahead and let us know what you want there between the Rockies and the Twins. And then that'll be that. I'm just going to hang it up quick, get this all inputted onto the sidebar like a pick your team, and I'll be right back. Let's say 9:30. We'll schedule it for 9:30 on the dot. Not a moment late. Heather, I'm going to check here your rankings just in case, he might have tuned out with that last choice. Let me scoot on over here. I have you Rays, Padres, National, Marlins, Astros, Rockies. Yep, I see that too. Cool. All right. Perfect timing. Twins going to Scott. All right. Cool. I think that worked out pretty well. I think it says something when, there's different opinions on which team you like. It works out nicer when it's a draft like this, because if it wasn't a draft, you know, random teams, you're getting something that you might not want, even though it's better. Why not get what you actually want? I kind of like this. I don't know. We'll run it again. We're going to give it a few more tries. We got to see. You got to let it cook, right? Let it grow a little bit. But yeah, that's our first time drafting. Pretty simple. We'll speed it up as time goes on. Breaking a box used to take me 30 minutes. Now I'm sub 20. All right, that's it for this one. I'm going to hang this up, get this all input, and we'll be going live right after that. I'll see you at 9:30. Cool. Thanks, guys.